Teeny tiny creatures that burrow into one's eyes, nose, and ears to turn them into puppets. Yep, the start of my first video in 2025. Tiny, adorable, and terrifying creatures that travel in massive swarms, devouring everything in their path. Buy one, get 1,000 for free. Floating sacks of poison and acid that flutter until someone gets too close. Then it rushes in and explodes. You better have that dodge button ready. The most common bioform that comes in many variants. We have slashers, shooters, hive mind boosters, barbed tendrils, and flyers. Pick your favorite. Stealthy infiltrators and shock troops that have their own cults. Can we please fight these things in Space Marine 2? Stealthy assassins that can turn invisible and are incredibly fun to fight in Space Marine. There's also a variant that's part Psyker that can cause nearby enemies to feel overwhelming dread. That is awesome. Deadly Diggers that are one of the most annoying bioforms to fight in my opinion. It also has a bigger version that creates tunnels for smaller bioforms, as well as another one that is blind. Oh! I almost forgot a flying variant, because why not? Armless, legless, floating psychers that are fun to fight unless there are two of them shielding each other. And guess what? There's a bigger version that is more powerful because of course. Synapse creatures with bone swords and control over smaller creatures. It would be a shame if that control were to be shattered in any way. The cleanup crew that aids in the digestion of planets. Living artillery pieces that shoot out spore mines. And of course, there's a version that spews out fire, and a bigger one that hunts tanks. Cool centaur-like creatures that defend living buildings. Monstrous intelligent commanders of a Tyranid invasion and the primary synapse conduit. Some of them even have kinky whips. There's even a big brain psyker version, and I bet a few of you are having some neshy thoughts about this thing. Hulking armored bodyguards of tyrants that may or may not have Space Marine genetics. Living raging tanks that sweep and crush anything that so much as even twitches in its sight. The variants are Infantry Melter, Living Wrecking Ball, and Stabby Plasma Spewing Screamer. Big mouth spider booty lifeform that eats psychers and turns them into psycho-corrosive ash, whatever that is. Big blind psychic boy. They're basically the psychic version of a Carnifex. A tentacle helper with a plant's digestion that spreads out spores. Flying monsters with their favorite pastime of tearing open spacecraft. Hey, that's my favorite pastime as well. A giant devourer of any and all leftovers. The sight of its mouth is the stuff of nightmares. Creatures with super heavy weaponry that destroy threats like knights. They can call smaller Tyranids to defend it. It even has a variant that regularly gives birth to Gaunts.